For most of human history, people believed they were chasing survival, food, safety, shelter. But modern psychology suggests something deeper, something invisible, something that quietly controls almost everything we do. Status. Every conversation, every social media post, every career decision may actually be part of a hidden game, a status game. And once you see it, you start noticing it everywhere. Imagine walking into a room full of strangers. Within seconds, your brain begins scanning. Who is respected here? Who has authority? Who is admired? And more importantly, where do you stand? This instinct is ancient. Long before modern society existed, humans lived in small tribes. Status meant access to resources, protection, and influence. Higher status increased survival. So our brains evolved to constantly track it. Not consciously, but automatically. In the status game, Will Storr explains that almost every social interaction is shaped by 3 types of status games. Understanding them changes how you see the world and how you see yourself. The first is dominance status. This is the oldest status game in human history. It is based on power and intimidation. In dominance games, people rise by forcing others down. Think of aggressive leaders, bullies, or authoritarian rulers. The hierarchy is simple. The strongest wins. The others submit. Animals play this game constantly, and sometimes humans do too. But dominant status creates fragile systems because power can always be challenged. The second is virtue status. This is the status game of morality. Here, people gain status by appearing good, ethical, or morally superior. Instead of dominating others, they signal righteousness. You see this in politics, on social media, in cultural debates. People compete to prove they care the most, that they are the most just, the most ethical. But virtue games often create a dangerous trap, because the goal is not always truth. The goal is status through moral signaling. The third and most powerful game is prestige status. Prestige is earned through skill, knowledge, or contribution. Scientists gain prestige by discovering new ideas. Artists gain prestige through creativity. Teachers gain prestige by sharing wisdom. In prestige games, people rise not by pushing others down, but by lifting the group up. Prestige is the engine of human progress. It encourages learning, innovation, mastery. But here is the surprising insight. Humans are constantly switching between these games. Sometimes we seek prestige, sometimes we seek virtue, and sometimes we fall into dominance. Entire cultures can become trapped in destructive status games, where people stop creating and start competing for recognition. So the real question becomes, what game are you playing if your life is dominated by status anxiety? It may not be because you are failing. It may be because you are playing the wrong game. Dominance games create fear. Virtue games create outrage. But prestige games create growth. The most fulfilled people are often those who quietly focus on mastery. They stop chasing approval. They stop performing moral superiority. And instead, they build something valuable. Skill, knowledge, craft, contribution, and status follows naturally. Once you understand status games, you start seeing them everywhere, in politics, in offices, on social media, even in your own thoughts. And suddenly, you have a choice. You can keep playing the unconscious game, or you can choose a better one. Because the most powerful move in any status game is realizing that you don't have to play every game you're invited to. If this idea changed how you see human behavior, subscribe to the Blueprint of Being. Because the deepest transformations begin when we understand the hidden systems shaping our lives.